Hello everyone, my name is Ruth Adams. I am from Tsawwassen First Nation. I have two names, one for my grandmother, whose great-grandmother was from Nanaimo. She was Mary Point. My grandmother gave me the name xʷasteniya. The other name is from my father, Clarence Morgan, from Tsawwassen, and that name is stepson. Well, I picked it because of the galloping goose in Victoria. And I asked them, well, what First Nations are in the galloping goose? And they said, nobody. So I said, oh, that's all right. They can come on the Great Blue Heron Way. It's for First Nations. So that's where it started in Victoria with our treaty in Parliament. So that meant a lot to me because just saying no one was involved in the galloping goose, and just because it was a bird, and we've got the Great Blue Heron Ways here, and Notsamot, the organization on the island, had a big write-up of what the Great Blue Heron did for First Nations. It looked out for the nation and let them know when something was happening or coming in that was not good for them. So the Great Blue Heron was a warrior, a bird warrior for us, and that's what I thought. We're so lucky we have a Great Blue Heron Way nests, so it could lead us on the Great Blue Heron Way. So that's how it started. And the next part of it is that the Great Blue Heron goes all throughout BC, so it can go wherever they're needed, but it connects us First Nations together. So, and that's what I wanted, that to connect to other First Nations and have the Great Blue Heron look after us as we're walking or riding or whatever we're doing, because the other part of that, why I think the Great Blue Heron, is that it stands there in the water for hours waiting for a fish. It had so much patience. And that's the way I am. When I want something to be done, I won't stop until I've done it. So that's the way I think of the Great Blue Heron bird. And the Great Blue Heron Way, because I tell the youth, the Great Blue Heron Way is our way of life. What is a First Nation way of life? No one knows that, so the Great Blue Heron Way can stand there and witness and look after us as we tell our history to everyone that lives in our traditional territories. They need to know their true history so that they can be proud of the land and the water that they live by, and be proud of the First Nation.
Osiem siemna sieya, Iash nishkwalwin, Askaka, Shwelip, Jesseca Adams, Talitan at Tsawwassen. Sitla xʷasteniya. My great-grandmother was Constance Jacobs. My great-great-grandmother was Sophia Williams, and my great-great-great-grandmother was Elizabeth Point. Hello, my name is Jesseca Adams. I'm from Tsawwassen First Nation, and it gives me great joy to be with you all here today. In the heart of the Lower Mainland of British Columbia, a visionary trail system connects communities, cultures, and nature. This is the Great Blue Heron Way, or the sməq, a legacy started by a remarkable woman, my xʷasteniya, my grandmother, Ruth Adams, her ancestral name, xʷasteniya. In ancient times, our ancestors walked, ran, and paddled these very paths. They forged connections between their communities and the land that sustained them, understanding the profound relationship between people and nature. My grandmother, Ruth Adams, sought to rekindle this connection through her work with the Great Blue Heron Way. The Great Blue Heron Way is more than just a network of trails. It is a journey through history, culture, and nature. My grandmother envisioned a trail that would not only link communities, but also remind us of our duty to preserve and protect our natural world. This vision aligns with the values of the Indigenous peoples who have long called this region home, recognizing the importance of maintaining harmony with environment. One of the crown jewels of this project is the Tsawwassen Blue Heron Rookery, one of the largest in British Columbia. This significant nesting site stands as a testament to the success of natural habitats. The rookery's size and thriving population highlight the critical need for initiatives like the Great Blue Heron Way to ensure the continued survival of these majestic birds and other wildlife. The Great Blue Heron Way is a collaborative effort involving local governments, Indigenous communities, environmental groups, and residents. It is designed to offer recreational opportunities while serving as a conduit for cultural education and environmental awareness. The Great Blue Heron, an iconic species in this area, symbolizes our commitment to ecological preservation and sustainable development, values that are dear to my grandmother's heart.
Culture runs our Tsawwassen government. It is our way of life today. Learning and teaching our language to youth from daycare on throughout their lives. Restoring our lands and waters, ocean and rivers. Tsawwassen is the cornerstone of the Salish Sea and the Fraser River. Tsawwassen Ferry and the Delta Port are on our traditional territory. Our youth need to learn just how important our nation is to the rest of BC and Canada. Railways and highways go through our land and waters. Teaching our youth about our government and how other governments work with us or against us. First Nation to other First Nations are key to the Great Blue Heron Way. The Great Blue Heron Way is our way of life today, honoring our ancestors who saved this land and waters for us. I invite everyone to join us on this legacy for the Tsawwassen First Nation. We are a host between Vancouver Island and the mountains of BC.
My grandmother's work with the Great Blue Heron Way is a continuation of ancient practices of our ancestors. It is a modern embodiment of their wisdom and respect for the land. Through this trail network, we are reminded of the paths they tread, the waters they navigated, and the deep connection they had with the natural world. As we walk, cycle, and paddle along these trails, let us carry forward our grandmother's vision. Let us honor her legacy by fostering a deeper appreciation for the environment and working together to ensure that future generations can enjoy the beauty and bounty of our natural world. Let this be a gathering spot, a place to reflect and admire. This is the Great Blue Heron Way, the sməq, a journey through history, a path to the future. xʷasteniya.
This is going to be a way of you telling your history and your way of life along the Great Blue Heron Way. And this is a good way for our youth to get together and learn how to be together and to rely on each other in their world today. And for all of the others, all of our neighbors that live with us in our traditional territories, we welcome you and we want you to get to know us better, and we would like to get to know you better for the reconciliation between all of us elders in BC and especially relying on the youth to be able to live a happy, happy life without any trauma, the way our ancestors had to live with trauma. So this is a way for me to be able to honor my ancestors and for my youth to honor me and all the other elders on this nation as we learn to live together with everyone. So I'm very happy to do this. This means a lot to me, and this will mean a lot to our youth because this is not temporary. We will be learning how to live together in a good way. So First Nations, all of the First Nations of BC, and everyone that lives in all of our traditional territories, because here in BC, you all live in our traditional territories. So I'm proud to invite you to be with us on this beautiful pathway of living together and getting to know each other. And we will be able to tell you our history, and we want to get the history right, so it will be coming from us. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy our Great Blue Heron Way.